In this video, I'm going to be going over everything you need to know about Nitro in Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 3. I'm going to be going over all the basics and how you guys can use it even after the nerf and how you guys can counter it as well while people are using it against you. Make sure you stick around until the end of this video because I'm going to be sharing a whole bunch of information for you. And before the video starts, I'm really trying to hit 10,000 subscribers on this channel, and that's a huge goal for me. So if you guys could hit that subscribe button and even like this video after watching it if it was helpful, it'd mean a lot to me. So first of all, how does the Nitro effect work? The Nitro effect lasts 20 seconds and it makes you have infinite stamina, and you also are able to run much faster and take no fall damage while having the effect active. You are also able to reload your guns much faster, and it gives you the ability to sprint on water, including the ability to deal 25 damage to a player on impact whilst knocking them back or above you. But one of the biggest things that it does is that it does 300 structure damage to walls, meaning you could instantly run through fully built wood and brick walls and do half damage to a fully built metal wall, as a metal wall has 500 total HP. Until they nerfed it, of course, for the better. It now only does 90 structure damage, meaning you can't instantly run through people's builds, which makes it more counterable now. So now, how can you obtain Nitro? The Nitro effect can be obtained in tons of different ways, starting with these Nitro hoops, which you can find around the maps, and once you run into them, they send you flying while also giving you the Nitro effect. The next way is that you can use these canisters that are found around the map, which once you hit them, they explode, giving you the Nitro effect. And by the way, these are one-time uses each game, meaning if you use a certain canister, it will not respawn in that game. And now for the last and probably most common way is by using Nitro splashes, which can be commonly found by opening these mega ammo crates or by simply finding them in chests or as floor loot. Each Nitro spawn will have a total of 3 Nitro splashes, and you are able to hold a max of 6 Nitro splashes per inventory slot. Alright guys, so first of all, I just want to start with like the basics of what Nitro can do to builds. So after the nerf, since it only does 90 damage, we know that if you pop a thing to any walls, basically you just sprint into it, it deals structure damage. And before the nerf, it did 300 obviously, meaning it would instantly break a wood wall with 1 slam, a brick wall with 1 slam, but for now it's brick wall 4 slams instead of 1, which is actually huge. And for metal wall, it takes a total of 6 slams now. 2, 3, 4, hold on, I gotta pop it again. 4, 5, and 6. So it takes 2 slams for a wood wall, it takes 4 slams for a brick wall, and it takes 6 total slams for a fully built metal wall to break. So now, what other things can Nitro break? So starting with the ramp, if you have a Nitro effect popped with a ramp, if you sprint from underneath it, you will not be able to break it at all. If you sprint from over here, it's just going to make you run up the ramp. So now the only other way you could technically break it is by sprinting into the side of it. As you can see, if you just sprint right into it, it will actually break the ramp just like that. And for the cone, it's basically the same thing. It has to be edited if you want to break it. Otherwise, you're just going to run over it like this. So if you edit into a ramp, you can just sprint into the side of it and break it like that. And in other ways, you could sprint into like the edge of it and just basically break it like that. Or I don't know if you can break it. Yeah, you can. You can break it like that. So it just has to be edited basically. So now let's see if it can break a floor. So obviously sprinting over the floor, you can't break it as it's a flat surface. But if it's edited like this, from this angle, you can actually sprint into it and break it. But if it's edited like the same thing and you go from back here and you sprint into it, it actually says you're doing like, it's, as you can see, I'm slamming into it, but I'm not actually doing any damage to it. So now before the nerf, if someone was camping in a box like this, so if I built a box like this, in the cone, and the person was like sitting in the cone basically, and you wanted to quickly be able to just one pump him, basically I'm gonna make it so it was like before the nerf. So this is gonna be like, I'm just trying to make this 1 HP really quickly. All right, there you go. So basically before the nerf, all you had to do was place a wall in front of the cone, and since it did 300 structure damage, you could basically just sprint into the wall and it basically break the cone behind. And since after the nerf, if you want to do this now, get your things 1 HP, so under 90 damage or 90 health basically, pop a Nitro and you can just sprint into it and it basically just breaks it and you basically are just over the player. So let me do this one more time. Pop a Nitro splash and I'm just going to run into it and just pump him into the face. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a quick wall replace trick you could do even after the nerf. So perhaps your opponent is boxed up just like this, and you're trying to just quickly get a wall replace on them or a piece control on them. Just hit the front wall or whatever wall you're going to run into under 90 HP. pop a nitro splash, and basically you want to sprint into it, instantly turn right, and basically you want to place a wall just like that. So you just basically do a wall replace. I'm gonna try doing this one more time. Pop a nitro, sprint into it, instantly, it's a little bit hard, instantly turn right once hitting it, and then you just get a piece control and you can kill the person just like that. It basically just completely catches them off guard. And one thing you want to keep in mind is make sure once you pop a nitro, like I'm gonna wait for it to get full HP again, I'm gonna hit under 90 HP, pop a nitro. You don't want to fully sprint in just like this, because now, as you can see, I'm in the middle of the box and the opponent's gonna be somewhere like right here, and they're just gonna be able to easily pump you and get counter damage on you, or they're just gonna place a ramp just like this. You're gonna be down there, and these are all their builds, so they're just gonna have piece control on you. So yeah, you don't want to do that. You want to do exactly what I did, which is basically just run into it and turn right, basically, so that you're not actually fully into the box, and then you can just wall replace it. Okay, so now I want to show you some quick counters to Nitro. So basically, if you're boxed up in the endgame and you don't want someone nitroing in your box, perhaps like your storm's behind you, you're boxed up edge, so there's no way someone can come from behind you, and the only way someone's going to run into your box is like from here. Basically, just have a ramp in your box just like this, or a cone. So you want to have a cone edited into a ramp, or just basically just place a ramp and stand above it. And once the opponent like nitros in, so I'm going to hit this wall under 90 HP. As you can see, they're just going to sprint in, but they're just going to be stuck on their ramp. And now they're going to turn around, but you're going to have time to just place a wall right there. So they're going to be fully like just full box. And since it doesn't do like full damage to a wall, it's going to take multiple sprints for them to break the wall. You basically have piece control over them. So all you have to do is just get out of your box and just pump them to the face. And it's basically a free elimination as they're just in your full box. Okay guys, so pretend you're boxed up in endgame and you need to make a huge rotate because it's a max pull, and you have Nitro and Fizz. These two together are literally so good for rotation even without the Fizz in competitive, because if you didn't see Fortnite's tweet, they removed Fizz and they're not bringing them back for the rest of the season. So yeah, so basically if you're boxed up like this, all you really have to do is pop a Nitro splash and just Fizz. And I'm actually going to mark this place right here, this box, and I'm just going to rotate just like this. Just sprint and jump and slide for momentum. And we're going to see how far I get until my Fizz just runs out. Okay, it's run out. I am currently 133 meters away, while also just like wasting like 5 seconds in the box, marking the box. And this probably is going to take you like 150 meters away with the Nitro splash and the Fizz fully. So it's really good for rotation, as you can see. So if you ever are playing solos, this combo right here for heals and mobility is really good. And even for duos, even if both of you guys are holding Nitro, only one of you guys need to hold this and one of you guys can hold Fizz. And just together, it's just really good for rotation for max pulls and stuff. So yeah guys, that's it for today's video, and I don't know how to have a long outro, but if you guys found this helpful, make sure you hit that like button and the subscribe button, because we are trying to hit 10,000 subscribers as soon as possible. And if you guys have any questions at all, let me know down in the comment section below, and I'll be glad to help you guys out.